Standards have fallen. Now, most of these schools are in Chicago and in East St. Louis, but there is one in Rockford. And that is Haskell Elementary on the city's west side. Now, the standards tested are on the IGAP test that all 3rd, 5th, and 6th graders must take. Now, the tests cover math, writing, and reading, but Haskell students fell far below expectations.
But what we're doing right now is analyzing the test scores. We're breaking it down to see exactly what questions the children are low in, so that we can go back to the classroom and instruct in those specific areas and make sure that we're teaching the things that the test is measuring. My assumption is that we have been teaching things that are not being measured and teaching things that, not teaching things that have been measured. So we need to just get in tune with that specific test.
And while more has to come out of the teachers and the administration at Haskell, Jacobson also says that more has to come from forces outside of the classroom as well.
Right. And I think part of the thing that you have to look at too is the mobility rate of our students, the attendance rate of our students, our parental involvement, and those all play into how well our students achieve. So we can't only look at what happens in the classroom and how the teachers are teaching, but we have to look at all the factors that factor in.
But the important thing to remember here is that the people here at Haskell Elementary School are taking the test scores seriously, but they're not being depressed by the numbers. They're very optimistic, they're very upbeat. They know what they have to do, and they're going to do it, and they'll see increased scores in the spring.
And I need to make sure that my teachers are doing the job that they should be doing, and being real specific about it, and having good plans about it, and assessing those things every 9 weeks so that we know we're on track. And when we do that, our test scores will go up, and hopefully that too will be reported so that the community will know that we don't just have low achievers here, that we have good students. This is a good school with some problems that needed to be rectified.
Haskell has registered below standard expectations for 3 years now, but as you heard, there is optimism in the halls of Haskell Elementary School. Well, local residents of Rockford School District 205 now have a voice representing them in federal court. The 9-member Citizen Advisory Committee will serve as a liaison to community members by giving feedback to the court and by helping residents better understand the federal court remedial order.
Understanding the order and helping the community to understand the order, answering questions, and educating the community. That's our challenge.
The committee is made up of volunteers from various backgrounds, but they all have a single goal in mind, and that is, of course, to end the federal court supervision of the Rockford School District within 5 to 7 years. Well, 3rd graders in Rockford Public Schools have a surprise in store for them next week. Former school board members will be giving each student a brand new dictionary to take home with them. The books were purchased through donations from local businesses and will be picked up from a publishing warehouse this weekend. The book fund is in honor of Sarah Ingracia, a former school board member, in hopes of educating not only local kids but their families too.
For some children in our school district, this will be by far the most significant book they'll ever have, and it will also in some cases be the most significant book that family will have.
This conference says the group hopes to continue the dictionary fund every year. Rockford Memorial Hospital's emergency unit is open again tonight. Earlier today, 23 News told you the hospital had to divert patients to other emergency care units simply because RMH ran out of bed space. In recent weeks, the unit has been forced to close for similar reasons, and also once because the hospital's CAT scan broke. Earlier today, hospital representatives said reopening would simply involve shifting bed space, and officials at other area hospitals said they had no trouble handling the extra patients. Local doctors say they want to unite to improve health care. Physicians at Rockford Health Systems are turning to collective bargaining to have more say in budgeting and staffing. Past downsizing efforts has upset many doctors over the quality of health care, and now they say it's time to act not only on the local level but nationally as well.
Concerns that we have are generated around the fact that medicine is losing the physician input, and it's not becoming a physician advocate, but other interests are becoming more involved in what's going on. So we want to bring that back and bring it back into the fold of the physicians providing quality care to their patients.
The Physicians Council will meet Thursday, September 25th, to further discuss that issue. About 600 girls are performing at the Rockford Open Figure Skating Competition tomorrow at the Riverview Ice House and continuing through the weekend. The girls range from beginners to seniors who will go on to compete in national competition. Although the performers are from across the Midwest, we did have our eye on a couple of Rockford hopefuls. Auburn senior Jamie Waltzer says even though she practices morning and night, the sport never stops impressing her.
Good feeling. Whenever I get upset or it gets hard for me, I just think we're on blades about ½ an inch thick, doing jumps and spins on a sheet of ice. And I think, wow, the fact that we can even, do a double jump or do spins, I think that's really neat. And
the Rockford 19th annual figure skating competition will continue at the Riverview Ice House through Sunday. Well, these summer-like days are winding down. Dave Norrie's in now with a look at our changing forecast. Good evening, Dave.
Yeah, changing indeed, and we can see that right off the bat by our watch boxes for central eastern Minnesota, Iowa, and on up and through portions of Minnesota and Wisconsin. We have tornado watches and severe thunderstorm watches in effect, and they last on into the midnight and wee hours. We're going to talk about that in more detail later on, but that's to show you that this is the leading edge of some of that change. Behind it, we do have some chillier air to talk about. For tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms will be around. I expect a high of about 80 degrees or so, but the big cool down takes place on Saturday and especially Sunday. And again, details coming up on that later. Right now, a quick look at sports with Robert Lanigan. Robert?
Dave, we're big on high school sports here, especially the great rivalries, and they don't get much better than Lutheran and Pecatonica. Tonight, the volleyball war. We'll have the highlights coming up for you in a moment. The Cubs tried to keep down Mark McGwire's home run record chase. A beautiful Wild West shootout between the LA Dodgers and the Frisco Giants and the White Sox. Almost a 500 team once again. About time. The Bears lose another starter at the worst time, and a great showdown in college football. Alan?
All right, thanks, Robert. Still to come tonight on 23 News, officials at NASA say the Mir space station is perfectly safe. And Chelsea Clinton is now off to college. We'll have more on those stories when 23 News at 10 returns.
You'll find autumn time values at Farm and Fleet. Choose from iron out, rust, and stain remover or drain out extra. Your choice, $1.99. Farm Fleet has Robic plumbing chemicals. Choose from septic tank liquefier, drain pipe cleaner, or root killer. Your choice, $4.99. Instafoam great stuff sealant, $2.99. For hard to reach areas, multi-directional great stuff, $3.99.
Find value at Farm and Fleet.
What do we want in our next governor? Do we want someone who shares the background and experiences of most working people? A former classroom teacher who's committed to better opportunities for children, who's one of only 3 Democratic members of Congress who refuses all PAC contributions? Someone who'll join workers' fights to protect good jobs and hard-earned benefits. A person committed to security for our elderly. Well, we can have someone like that. Yes, we can.
Oakland, USA, we got prices you can live with. Come on, come on, come on down. We Oak Furniture Store. Shop, shop, shop around. Discover quality and more. Make the most of what you spend. The selection never ends. Oakland, USA, we got prices you can live with. Oakland, USA, we got prices you can live with.
She's the one you can always count on. And it's no surprise with her schedule, she counts on LeSabre. Running a family or company, it's always a question of value. And that's why American women have helped make LeSabre the #1 selling full-sized car in the USA. LeSabre, peace of mind worth sharing.
23 News is brought to you in part by your local Buick dealer.
A NASA operations manager says the space station Mir is perfectly safe. That story tops our 23 World News Wrap. The NASA official says he would not send another American astronaut there if the dangers were too great. He also says he would jump at the chance to go on board the Mir himself. Yet some lawmakers remain skeptical. One California congresswoman says the administration is ignoring reality and simply engaging in wishful thinking. Another House member points to a series of safety concerns raised by NASA's Inspector General and says he doesn't feel good about sending new astronauts into the ailing space station. Egyptian police are blaming Muslim militants for an attack on a busload of German tourists in Cairo. 10 people were killed, 24 were hurt in a hail of gunfire and firebombs. The noontime attack sent frightened tourists and bystanders running from the Egyptian Museum, a major tourist attraction and home to one of the world's greatest collections of antiquities dating back to the time of the pharaohs. No one has claimed responsibility, but police described the gunmen as Muslim extremists. Witnesses say the entire area was in a panic at the time of the attack, with people running and hiding from exploding grenades. One of the mysteries of the largest armored car heist in U.S. history has now been solved 6 months after the holdup in Jacksonville, Florida. The FBI says it's found millions in a rental storage unit in western North Carolina. Thieves took nearly $19 million in Jacksonville last March. Now, the FBI won't say how much money was recovered, only that it was in the millions. A former driver for Loomis Fargo & Company was arrested in August as he crossed into the U.S. from Mexico. A judge in Texas has ordered Philip Johnson returned to Florida to face charges of kidnapping, money laundering, and robbery. Chelsea Clinton is off to college now. She bid farewell to the White House today, waving to cameras as she stepped on board the presidential helicopter. First family flew to Andrews Air Force Base, where then they boarded Air Force One for a trip to California, where Chelsea will become a freshman at Stanford University. Aides say that there was a last tearful farewell from the staff. Several employees gave the Clintons' only daughter some gifts, including a house plant, a wall hanging, and a stuffed frog. Tomorrow, Chelsea and her Secret Service agents, always around, will move into her dorm room and attend freshman orientation. Don't forget, 23 News this morning has the most local news from 5:30 to 7:15 every weekday morning. When we come back with you in a moment, Dave Vennori will have his exclusive Storm Tracker forecast. When 23 News returns.
Here we go. At Brighton, Ford & Duran, we finally found a contractor who can get the job done right and in a hurry. Come out and see the progress we've made in just a few short weeks. We're still getting truckloads of Explorers and leasing them like crazy with the lowest lease rates we've seen. All these Explorer sales mean lots of Explorer trade-ins starting at only $89.90. Have more summertime fun with this 97 Mustang GT SC with 425 supercharged horsepower and major suspension improvement. We're growing to serve you better at Brighton, Ford & Duran. We're close.
Prices all over the place. Just look for the happy face. Always low prices, always Walmart.
What is today's bedroom?
Today's bedroom is over 50 sets of bedroom furniture on display, from promotional to the most discriminating of tastes every day. Today's bedroom is a store inside a store called the Futon Shop, with a great selection of futon sofa sleepers. And today's bedroom is the largest selection of Simmons Beauty Rest mattresses in the area. We'll even deliver many styles the same day. Tell them, Bear!
Nobody knows more about a good night's sleep than Simmons Beauty Rest in today's bedroom.
To take advantage of substantial cash back at the Dodge Big Model Year clearance, you're going to have to act fast. Because with $2,000 cash back, our supply of neons will quickly expire. With $2,000 cash back on Stratus, inventory will rapidly run out. And with up to $2,000 cash back on Intrepid, time isn't the only thing that's going to fly. So hurry to your Dodge dealer, because these special offers end October 6th. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
23 Weather is brought to you by your local Dodge dealers.
23 Weather's Dave Vennori is certified by the American Meteorological Society and the National Weather Association.
Well, Dave's in next with a look at our weather and some rain. Apparently some big rains on our way, right, Dave?
Well, right now, Alan, most of the severe thunderstorm activity is well to our north, but it has been severe. Even a couple of tornadoes over in portions of eastern central Minnesota and on into northwestern Wisconsin. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Right now, we're looking at temperatures on the mild side, 71 at Rockford and Freeport. Same for Beloit even. 72 right now for places like DeKalb and over at Dixon. The high temperature today, we made it up to 83 degrees. The low temperature, 54. And right now, with our Computer Renaissance viewer net, you can see our temperature is at 71, and the dew point temperature at 55. Humidity 56, so really not that bad out there. It's rather dry for this time of night, this time of the year. Southerly breeze, south to southwesterly actually, at about 5 to 15. It has been gusting throughout the day in excess of 25 miles an hour. Pressure 2976 and has been falling off slowly. All right, for tomorrow morning, we're talking about the showers moving in. Why? You got two frontal boundaries. The initial one, not such a cool surge. The second one, indeed, a very cool surge. This is air which is going to be coming down from out of Canada. It's continental in nature, so it's going to be very chilly, especially for this time of the year. Temperature, though, tomorrow morning at 6, about 66, with a few scattered showers and thunderstorms around. As we go into the noontime hour, though, expect the showers and thunderstorms to increase in coverage. Still, the frontal boundary, very little movement with that, so we're still going to see precipitation hanging in. For drive home time at about 5 o'clock, about 78 degrees, but still, you guessed it, more showers and thunderstorms. Stuff is going to be with us for a while. Chilly air, though, is very slowly going to make its way on into the south and east. This is actually rain, though, overspreading back into the chilly air because there's going to be a flow coming in around this area of low pressure from out of the south and southeast. That'll help to overrun this cool air and make for all this precipitation back behind the front. But as we go on into 10 o'clock, still, we're going to be in the rain, as you can see here. Now, temperatures right now, we can see over at Chicago, 73, 74 for Milwaukee and Madison, 72 over Dubuque, 75 for Waterloo and La Crosse. Well, looking at the radar, this tells the story in itself. This is precipitation. It is all ahead of the warm front like so. You can see the warm front bending like so, and the warm, moist air going over into the slightly cooler air to the north and east. Showers and thunderstorms fire off, and we even have watches, 3 watch boxes to talk about. Thunderstorm watch, severe thunderstorm watch till 3 in the morning for portions of the UP and extreme northeastern Wisconsin. The rest, we'll talk about that in a bit as we look at the Midwestern, upper Midwestern view. Thunderstorms across portions of east central Minnesota have unleashed a couple of tornadoes earlier in the evening. Right now, most of that has fizzled down except for northwestern Wisconsin, but look at the boxes. This is all over the place, all the way back in through northeastern Nebraska. Tornado watch into east central, as I mentioned, east central Minnesota, on in through portions of northwestern, north central Wisconsin till 12. Thunderstorm watch until 4 for most of Iowa. Now, let's take a look at what's going on. Satellite picture will show you the clouds, all this moisture overspreading the area like so. And we can look at another version right now, farther back south and west. Look at this fetch. It's nonstop. The highway to moisture right on into the area, it doesn't end. So what that means is we're going to see more of this precipitation building up from out west and moving on eastward across the area. That's why it looks like it's going to hang around for a while. Looking at Saturday's forecast, there is our cold front to the south and east of us. Chilly air indeed with this area of high pressure coming down from out of Canada. We're talking about some real chilly air, about 10 to 15 degrees below the norm for where we're supposed to be this time of the year. And here's a quick look at Sunday. Big warm ridge in the west, chilly trough in the east. Guess who's under this trough? You guessed it. Get out the jacket. Here's a head notice for you. Overnight, thunderstorms around, developing by 5 in the morning. And we're looking at a temperature low of 66 degrees. For the rest of the day tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms around. Expect a high temperature of about 81. Now, as we go into tomorrow night, we are going with more showers and thunderstorms. On the extended forecast, there you can see it. For Saturday, 60 degrees. Cloudiness. It's going to be kind of a raw day with a good chance of morning showers around. Sunday, 56, and that's all we're going to muster. Believe that? 63 on Monday, the first day of autumn, and 69 Tuesday, 72 for Wednesday. Boy, talk about changes.
Nice rebound for Wednesday, though. That looks pretty good.
It looks like we're going to warm up slowly into the middle of next week, but get ready for the chill.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Dave. Coming up in sports, the West is getting wilder in Major League Baseball. Robert has the highlights in a minute. Plus, a major showdown in high school volleyball. You stay with us. Sports is next.
You're going to want to take advantage of the great deals at the Dodge Big Summer Clearance before time runs out. You'll need to be quick on your feet to corner a Caravan with up to $1,000 cash back. And since after $750 cash back, Caravan is the lowest priced minivan in the industry, time isn't the only thing that's going to fly. Get to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance soon, because the clock is running. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Welcome to Wendy's. May I take your order?
Heard a rumor you guys got a quarter-pound cheeseburger for 99 cents.
That's our 99-cent quarter-pound double-stacked cheeseburger made with 2 patties of fresh beef.
American cheese?
Yep.
Pickles and onions?
All for 99 cents.
Dave were here. I'd give him a big hug.
Oh, he'd be sorry he missed you.
Wendy's quarter-pound double-stacked cheeseburger, just 99 cents every day on Wendy's Super Value Menu.
Biggie drinks. On me.
GTE Wireless Products and Services. When you see news in the making, dial star 23 from your GTE cellular phone. It's a free call.
With up to 300 horsepower, Cadillac's Northstar system can go and go and go. But now they'll be going a little faster. Introducing the Northstar Performance Bonus. Factory-to-dealer incentives of up to $4,000 on DeVille, $5,000 on Eldorado, even $5,000 on Seville. Take advantage of these limited-time incentives on 97 Cadillacs, because as you can well imagine, they'll be going very fast. Visit your Cadillac dealers, your luxury leaders.
Our aisles are sparkling with savings at Menards. Brighten your home with energy-saving fluorescent lights from Good Earth Lighting. Choose from many styles. This ceiling light is just $18.87 after rebate. Save on the area's best selection of Glidden paint. Spread satin dries quickly to a beautiful interior finish. Only $6.82 a gallon after rebate. Menards has the most ways to brighten your home.
Save big money at Menards.
23 Sports is brought to you by Menards.
Robertson with sports tonight. Big rivalry in high school volleyball.
You know, these two teams go at it, whether it's for a conference title or just, you know, plain old-fashioned, mean-spirited rivalry, which we love in the sports department. Lutheran and Peck always go to war when they go at it. Tonight, Lutheran packed the place for the Indians' arrival. Sold out, standing room only McDougal Gymnasium for girls volleyball. Peck off to a good start, staying close early on. The Indians, boom. That one made it 4-3. The visitors were within one, but Amanda Carlson had a big night for Lutheran. 10 kills. There she is, serving on the back line. Yeah, can't hunt it down. That's a point for the Crusaders. You want to see a great play? Watch this. They'll dig it out. Eventually, they'll set it up. Carlson will finish it off with the hammer. Janata Kadik also 5 blocks tonight. Teresa Bayer 21 assists as Peck falls to Lutheran 15-3, 15-3. Some other scores to run through. South Beloit falls to Christian Life 15-13 and 15-10. And in soccer, Christian Life beat Harvard 3-0. All the conditions were perfect today for Mark McGuire. We can get to those Cubs. That's right. The wind was blowing out, not the Bears. We're talking Cubs. And the Cubs had a below-average pitcher on the mound. And the greatest home run hitter since Babe Ruth came in focused on adding a few more to his total. Big Mark McGuire with a big league-leading 53 homers. But the St. Louis Cardinal team couldn't get any runs early. In fact, the pitchers were throwing the ball away, so the Cubs had an early 2-0 lead. They would build it to 4-0. Big Mac, meanwhile, was swinging for the fences. An 18-mile-an-hour wind you thought would have helped him, but this one goes about 362. Not quite enough. Steve Traxel, fabulous. 7 innings of shutout baseball. Willie McGee, swing and a miss. Strikeout. All came down to the 9th, where St. Louis made a rally. They scored twice. They had 2 men on with McGuire at the plate facing Terry Adams. High drama, hard smash. It scores a run. But the next batter comes up empty, and the Cubs get one today, 4-3 victory. They split the series with St. Louis. Now to the West, the Wild West. 9 games left in the season. In the National League West, all tied up. Game was tied at 5-5 in the 12th. Brian Johnson leads off solo shot. And look at the San Francisco Giants celebrate. All knotted up, 9 games to go. Frisco wins it today, 6-5 in 12 innings. Central Division, where the Cubs are in the basement, is close at top. Pittsburgh wins tonight over Houston to move within 3.5. Also 9 games to go. New York falls by a touchdown to the Braves. The Fish, 6 better than the Phillies. And San Diego by a run over the Rockies. The White Sox just might end up a 500 team after all. You never know. They've exploded offensively. 17 runs in their past 2 games in KC and counting. Robin Ventura, 2-run blast made it 5-0. The Sox are running away with this one. It is 9-1 in the 9th. Good guys. To the scoreboard, Milwaukee down 1 in the 7th, and Baltimore, also Seattle, about to wrap up the West with a 5-1 lead in the 5th. Detroit, Sixers are wild in the 7th with the Yankees, and Cleveland by a field goal over Minnesota in the 8th. The last thing the Bears needed was another starter on the sidelines for Sunday's big ball game in Boston. And all the guys to go down, it had to be Marty Carter. He's probably the last one you could live without. The Bears' superb safety has torn ligaments in his right elbow. He will not play against the Patriots. Finally tonight, Thursday night college football. I'm starting to love this. It's the new-look Pittsburgh Panthers and 22nd rated Miami. Miami on the board early, just 65 seconds into the game. A 57-yard touchdown rumbling down the sideline, but Pitt would come back with 2 straight touchdowns. Watch Terry, don't call me Mimi Murphy, get open in the corner of the coffin. Right now, with about 2 minutes to go in the ball game, Pittsburgh about to pull the upset. They lead at 21-17.
Tough game.
Sports, yeah.
Good game. Thank you, Robert. Well, when we come back in a moment, we'll introduce you to an amazing Illinois cornfield. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Looks like a big day for us Big Macs. Yeah? We're 2 for $2. Gosh, I hope it doesn't mean a slow day for you.
Well, big guy, us quarter pounders with cheese are 2 for $2 too.
But we're quintessential.
We're quintessential too, and proud of it.
2 Big Macs for $2, or 2 quarter pounders with cheese for $2, or mix and match. Only at McDonald's.
Hey, they can get one of you and one of me for $2.
This could be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Maybe. Right now at McDonald's.
Introducing the new 1998 Lexus LS 400. When designed with sleeker lines, richer amenities, and with a far more potent 290 horsepower engine, it's now the fastest luxury sedan in its class. Its value is taking off at Lexus of Rockford.
When you shop at most home improvement stores, you're kind of in the dark. Is this their lowest price? Or will they have it on sale next week? See, at Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse, you never have to wonder because Lowe's gives you guaranteed low prices every day on all 40,000 items we sell. If you ever find a lower price, Lowe's will beat it by 10%. So shop at Lowe's. That way you'll know you're getting the best price instead of getting burned. Ow! When it comes to low prices, Lowe's knows.
My son was very aware of Peterson Meadows and said, you have to go see that. And I didn't think this is exactly what we wanted yet. But he said, well, just let's go in. And I was sold from the word go.
I like the friendliness of the people. I often think that my husband would be very happy if he knew that I was in such a nice place.
Well, a man in Barry, Illinois has taken yard art to a higher level. His acreage is sculpted into a giant apple, complete with a worm headed for the fruit. And the whole thing forms a huge maze. Take a look.
Now let's see, which way do I go here? I'm pretty sure it's this way.
Our fearless leader is Jack Crittenden, the owner of Frankton Farms in Barry, Illinois. It is home to one of the largest corn mazes in the Midwest.
Yeah, I still think this is right.
Thankfully, for our sake, Jack is the man who designed this maze, and if there is anyone, he will be able to find our way out.
I'm not sure whether it's too hard or too easy. You know, that's one of the things we've got to do is get input from the people that do it this year and kind of get an idea if we should have made it more complicated or if it's already too complicated. But I don't think it's too complicated.
If you do find the maze is a bit too tough, there are emergency exits. There's also a separate 100-yard maze for school tours and for those not up to a long walk. The big maze is 2 miles long, and it is easy to get lost.
Where the worm is in there, we took in big tractor tires for eyes on the worm. When the guys took those in, they ended up in one of the leaves on the apple, and we had to do it all over again. So yes, you do get lost in it.
The best view is from the sky, where you can see a giant worm heading toward a huge apple.
This is quite large for mazes.
And for the record, Guinness Book of World Records will measure the maze later this year.
Well, don't forget, 23 News is waking up early for you with the most local news from 5:30 to 7:15 every weekday morning. So join Jackie and Andy for the morning's latest local news and weather. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Wendy's. May I take your order?
Heard a rumor you guys got a quarter-pound cheeseburger for 99 cents.
That's our 99-cent quarter-pound double-stacked cheeseburger made with 2 patties of fresh beef.
American cheese?
Yep.
Pickles and onions?
All for 99 cents.
Dave were here, I'd give him a big hug.
Oh, he'd be sorry he missed you.
Wendy's quarter-pound double-stacked cheeseburger, just 99 cents every day on Wendy's Super Value menu.
Biggie drinks on me.
Illinois. There's a different kind of candidate ready to serve in the U.S. Senate, Peter Fitzgerald. As a state senator, he's led the fight against higher taxes. Known for independence and integrity, Fitzgerald's taken on the special interests who line their pockets at our expense, fighting corruption even when it touches his own party. A devoted husband and father, he's one of the hardest working legislators in Springfield. Peter Fitzgerald, fighting for us, for a change.
Stock quotes provided by Amcor Investment Group, focused on you.
Today's lesson, the 13-hour sale and clearance. Marshall Field's 13-hour sale and clearance. It's a great back-to-school moment, but hurry, it's a short one. Starts Friday, ends Friday.
97 clearance time. It's the best time for the best price at Lou Backroads. Now, lower your payments on new Pontiacs and GMC trucks with 2.9% financing up to 60 months or rebates up to $22.50. Best time, best price, best place. Lou Backroad Pontiac GMC trucks, Volkswagen in Rockford. 97 clearance time with 2.9% or up to $22.50 cash back at Lou Backroad.
Dave's back with a quick look at our weather now.
Yeah, a quick look at the radar first off, and let's take a look at it. You'll see first we have the shower and thunderstorm development just picking up over a northwestern corner of Iowa. That's going to be reaching us by sunrise. All right, then the rest of the day tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms around. 81 degrees for the high, and then for the exclusive weekend outlook, Saturday 60 degrees, cloudy, some morning showers in there. Look at Sunday's high, though, only 56 and partly sunny. Keep in mind our normal high this time of the year is around 71, 72 degrees. A little bit lower than that.
Oh, just a tad?
Yeah.
Just a tad. 56. All right, we'll bundle up. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
And that's 23 News for you tonight. Thanks for watching. Be sure and catch 23 News this morning with Jackie and Andy beginning at 5:30. And we'll be back with you tomorrow at 5. You have a good night.
For the latest State Line weather forecast or sports stories and scores, call the 23 WIFR McLeod USA In Touch line at 966-1000.
A few years ago, Dodge took a gamble on a new pickup that changed all the rules. It paid off. Because Dodge Ram just won Strategic Vision's Total Quality Award for the 3rd straight year. And in its very first year, a redesigned Dodge Dakota won the Total Quality Award in its segment too. If you'd like to see why, see your Dodge dealer and take a spin.
By the time this commercial break is over, your prescription could be refilled at the
Shopko Pharmacy.
Call Ahead Refills, ready when you get there, at the Shopko Pharmacy.
The Shopko Optical Center proudly presents the following commercial break. If you buy them from us, we'll replace them for free. The 1-year breakage guarantee at the Shopko Optical Center.
This one, people, you guys are gonna love this phone. It is feature packed. Oh my, it is. 7 free and easy payments of $26.89 and 18 months of double half price on off-peak rates on evenings for 17% off. Whoa, and don't be confused, that's a real antenna. Come on, you guys, we're almost out of time. Please give us a call.
Don't think so, because with GTE, it's simple. $35, 150 local minutes. Use them anytime. No smoke, no mirrors, no wires. GTE Wireless.
Weather on the 3s, weekday mornings starting at 5:30.
The address is CVS. Welcome home. What are you looking at?